So I just wanted to do a short video on what to do when things go wrong. And I know that when I was chronically ill, things seem to be going wrong all the time. And because we don't have a lot of capacity to deal with excessive problems, because our whole life seems to be a problem, it can quickly feel overwhelming. So what to do about it? Now, one of the problems I think that happens is that we often feel like, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Why is it happening to me all the time? We make these judgments, right? These are like beliefs, and they can form over time because we keep interpreting experiences in a certain way. And one of the things that sometimes that we do is we can start to say, oh, I messed up. I always mess up. I don't get this done. I had to see it through. And yes, we can blame the illness, and we can say it's because we're so chronically ill that we don't measure up in certain ways, or we don't get things done that we know we should have done. But then that feels like an excuse, doesn't it? And so this narrative of beating yourself up or judging yourself harshly or negatively can really start to build up. And you know, we think about recovery from chronic illness as just a recovery from a health problem. But these emotional impacts, this way it changes our self-image, it's a really big part of the whole experience when we become ill, and also we need to rehabilitate that as we recover again. So I have a great example, and that is from the sport of table tennis. I love table tennis, some of you might know. And one of the things that happens sometimes in table tennis is you can be playing a game and the ball will hit the edge of the table and scoot off to the side, and it becomes almost impossible to hit. What does that mean? Well, you could say, oh no, I'm so unlucky. Why did this happen? And many people do that. And some people feel like they're cursed. And they'll say, oh, it always happens at the worst spot to me. It happens to me all the time. And they get this whole narrative, this dialogue around this, where they really get upset and they get frustrated and angry, right? And then they're already sort of primed for this. And then suddenly, you know, it's like close to the end of the match, there's a point or two in it, and what happens? It'll hit that edge and boom, they blow up. And what happens straight after? Well, that's right. They make a mistake because they're all riled up and they're concentrating, they're not focusing. Now, most people, when they play the sport long enough, realize it's just part of the game. They don't even get upset because it's like a random thing, yeah? It's like if you've got a bank account, you're going to have fees. Yeah? If you have a car, you're going to have to pay for expenses. If you live in a rainy country, sometimes it's going to rain, just when you want to do something outdoors. I mean, it's just part and parcel of how things work. And so it is in life. Things just mess up. And I think one thing to do is, rather than get all emotional about it, or think about it, or interpret it, or analyze it, you just go, ah, it's one of those things. They will happen, and they'll happen again. And we need to just take it in our stride as a cost of doing business, if you like. Yeah? A cost of doing business. A cost of living your life is dealing with things that mess up. A cost of playing table tennis is you're going to face some of those edge balls. No point getting upset about it, even if it's at the most inopportune time. It's just normal. In other words, we need to have a more chillaxed approach. And look at these guys here behind me. They've been here since I started this video. They're pretty relaxed. Maybe this is the kind of attitude we have. They're probably thinking, we were relaxing and this guy comes here and is doing a video, right? Part of the business of being in the Melaleuca forest. Anyway, I hope that helped you guys. What are your thoughts? Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and leave a comment below on your experiences and how you feel when things go wrong.